Random blurts remembering the tick-tocks of time from last century. As my father told me when I was young and trying to grow up, "Mark, nobody likes a smart-ass." This was a joke, because I had trouble in third grade with my seating. I was born Lauren Whitney, and next to me sat Lorene Michaels. Laughing at names is okay, boomer. Yes, but I'm too old to be a boomer, and I wanted to be Mike, and in the end, my name stayed the same, but Mike became a nickname that stuck. Because my full name is Lauren Lloyd Whitney III, and doesn't that sound rich? We were not that. Whitney sounds like the aircraft engine maker after Pratt left, or the museum, or Eli Whitney who gave us the cotton gin. Nope, had enough bully material in the last name alone. The added tinsel of alliteration and Roman numerals was just too much. So after the accident, Lauren went away, and Mike was now in charge of levers and dials in my fevered brain. My father's hope for the name Lauren to go forth as his father had named him was, as would be the case so often in the coming years, me disappointing him. So the joke of calling me Mark was born. Other expressions of his disappointments with me would follow as I grew older, until at 17 I left home, took a bus across 2 states to marry my pregnant girlfriend. In this case, he disowned me. The accident happened when I was 8 or 9 while playing with a neighbor's boy of my age. We had matches, straw, and a bucket of cleaning fluid when a sudden wind blew in as the match dropped into the fuel-soaked straw, exploding out of the bucket onto my friend, who died 3 days later. We moved about 2 years later. Mom said should have moved sooner. Small-town horror story. A kid picked a fight one afternoon, threw a rock one day after school, caught me in the chin, went through. Still have the scar inside my mouth. Not all details ever turned to the fire, not the exact year, or what I told the police when they came to the door. I began reading science fiction novels. In bunches, and about 4th grade, I began writing stories, and in 5th grade they turned into playlets. After reading a few of them in class, 5 classmates and I were on the local radio doing my play about helping the Wright brothers make the first powered flight via time machine in 1954. I still have the newspaper clipping of me with a Webcor recorder in the classroom, escaping from the accident's trauma with escape fiction and making up stories as well. A bit on the nose, okay, but at 10, there was no support group, not even my folks. We didn't speak of the event, not even 20 years later. Last words. We learn by example and by direct experience, because there are real limits to the adequacy of verbal instruction. Malcolm Gladwell. The most exciting phrase to hear in science, the one that heralds new discoveries, is not "Eureka," but "that's funny." Isaac Asimov, how vain it is to sit down to write when you have not stood up to live. Henry David Thoreau. Borderline behavior and I returned to Epic and Mel's place on Friday 102:25, starting at p.m.